After recent elections in Canada, Canadian citizens are not still happy from Canadian immigration system. It was quite hopeful that new government, new immigration minister and new prime minister, under new prime minister, Canadian citizens now will be satisfied by the Canadian immigration changes. Remember the change of era of last prime minister was due to immigration crisis, and Canadian citizens were not happy by Canadian previous immigration rules, and they were telling that mass deportation is massive, due to which Canadian citizens were not supporting the old government, and now new government in just some days citizens look not much happy, and some of them still leaving Canada, and Canada leaving Canadian citizens leaving numbers of Canadian citizens did not decrease, even some increase frequency has been observed. Why? If a new government selected due to voting of Canadian citizens, they were hoping and they are hoping that immigration system will be modified and will be only inviting immigrants who are useful for Canada and who will not fill up Canada too much and will not affect the resources for the Canadian citizen. This was main thinking objective of Canadian citizens during Theodore government. But now what's happening now? Citizens are talking about that we may leave now as well Canada. They are not satisfied from Canadian immigration current policies. What they are talking about? In recent draw, they clearly telling job point has been finished. According to Canadian citizens, they think that the job points in express entry, those skilled people with job offer from Canadian companies are more useful than those people who are coming on immigration without job offer. According to Canadian citizens, if companies are fair, they must give invitation or job offer to eligible candidate from overseas countries after conducting specific interviews and assessing their skills. And there must be skilled assessment authority inside Canada as well, like TRA in Australia, Trade Recognition Australia, who assess the skills before immigration. Canadian citizens says this draw was ridiculous because maximum people who will come to Canada, they are without job offer, and when they will come here and they will search job, it will create huge competition for Canadian citizens as well, and unemployment among Canadian citizens will increase. According to Canadian citizens, still PGWP conditions are very relaxed, and people will get PGWP, and students after getting degrees, they will stay permanently in Canada, and immigration system did not implement controlled policies for the students. Remember, immigration almost made it tough for students to get the PGWP, but Canadian citizens think, on other hand, still students will stay, as they think PGWP extensions again and again will switch to PR of students, and more PR people will get more competition. We will have more Canadian citizens because they are talking that over resources, over taxes are used for immigrants. I think this is a universal sentence being spoken in all countries, like Ireland have same stance, UK citizens speaking the same level, US immigrant citizens talking same level that immigrants are eating over resources. Now Canadian citizens within little tenure, uh, little a bit criticizing immigration new policies as well. They are also talking that work permit duration must reduce, and they are also talking that spouses are easiest way still to bring into Canada. Canadian citizens claiming in their interviews that spouses are the best way by which people are using benefit of open work permit. Spouses gets open work permit with primary applicant, and spouses are still very easily can get open work permit and they work, and by using spouses primary applicants may get PR. What Canadian citizens want, that only useful immigrants should come to Canada, and they want only PR should be given to eligible candidates who are serving in Canada by enthusiastic and skilled way. On the other hand, the immigrants are claiming that tight immigration, reduced number of the student visas, sorry, excuse me, and also the people who are going to Canada on work visa, they are also telling that we are facing difficulty in documentation. They are also telling that the people who are getting success in PNP program, their numbers are less as compared to the last years. They are also claiming that PR getting procedure becoming tough day by day. Students also claiming that it's very absurd that we will apply work permit application once again after getting degree. Mean that when they will get degree, we are in Canada, we processed our application during student visa. Work permit extensions must be in a simple way. Our application will start from zero with the new changes, and our restrictions are more. But Canadian citizens are telling that still IELTS requirement for the work permit of the students are less. They are not able to speak and express their skills in English frequently in their job. After students, when they will get work permit with a low IELTS grade, they may create problem in competition of the jobs, and Canadian citizens will also suffer because students normally are ready to work with the low wages as well, almost $16 per hour they can work, and otherwise the Canadian citizens have to be paid by the companies more than $25, and it creates unemployment competition within Canada. The news are that still Canadian citizens are not happy for modified immigration, and they are still telling we may leave Canada. We'll keep updating for all immigration laws, rules, prediction, analysis of developed countries. Thank you very much for the listening.